Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Well, let me tell you all about it. About a year ago, I moved out of the apartment that I was currently living in. I am moving out, so I'm about to pack up this place. Then I spent 6 months looking for a new place to live while I crashed at my girlfriend's place. I was starting to lose hope, but then this happened. New keys, new apartments, new apartment. I found a studio apartment that met most of my criteria. The only problem was, or one problem was, that it had white walls. Knowing that I wanted to get rid of the wallpaper, I knew that now was the best time to refresh the ceiling as well. And that's when I turned into a ghost. Spending all those hours working with my hands above my head was killing me. But with the help of my awesome girlfriend, I got through what I thought was going to be the worst part. Boy, was I wrong. With 60 liters of sand-colored putty, plaster, putty, plaster.
Putty.
With 60 liters of sand-colored putty, I was ready to change the look of the walls. Now the people who sold me this stuff told me that I could actually just apply it on top of the wallpaper and wait for it to dry. So that's what I did. First of all, this stuff didn't really want to smear onto the wall, and it required a really thick layer to cover up the texture of the wallpaper. But worst of all, it didn't want to dry. Things are going pretty shaky. So I got done fixing the wall. And as I came in the next day, we had moist coming down the walls and the windows because the stuff on the wall is so wet they can't get rid of it, which means that the wall won't dry up. So now I have gone ahead and gotten this dehumidifier or something like that, which is sucking up all the moist in the room and collecting it in this little bin we have down here. So fingers crossed that this will somehow work out and this wall will dry up so I can give it the next layer. This method wasn't really sustainable, so in order to fix the last 3 walls, I realized that I had to wait about 6 months for the weather to warm up, as that would allow me to keep the windows open without the temperature dropping below the point needed for the putty to dry. Having to wait for the weather to warm up wasn't really optimal because it meant that I had to move all of my things into this unfinished space, which eventually was going to turn into a battlefield once again. During these months, my resentment towards the white walls only grew, and when summer came knocking, I knew there was time to tear off the wallpaper. That went sort of okay once I got the hang of it. Alright, day 2 of tearing down wallpaper. I'm in long sleeves and I went out and got a dust mask and a pair of gloves, because turns out that what's holding the paint to the wall isn't actually wallpaper, but some shit made up of glass splinters, which is really itchy once you get it on your skin. So all suited up, ready to go. Okay, I'm freaking out right now because this has to be some kind of world record I'm attempting here in terms of tearing off wallpaper in one big piece. At least it's a personal record so far. This right here, this is the very last strip of wallpaper, and I cannot wait to tear it down. So let's go ahead and get this shit over with. With the last 3 walls stripped of wallpaper, I called him back up from my dad. He helped me with the last few steps of the process. Apply putty to the walls. Wait for it to dry. Apply second layer of putty to the walls. Wait for that to dry. Then sanding it down. And finally applying the very last layer, which is the coating. Ladies and gentlemen, that was it. I am done. I am done with all the dirty work, at least in this room. Done with wearing dirty work clothes. Done with looking and sounding exhausted. As you can tell, I finally started decorating this place. These shelving units were one of the first things I moved in here. I don't really think I like having the shoes on display like that, so I'll probably need to figure out another storage solution for those. I don't really think I like having so much color here out in the open. It doesn't really go well with the new walls. I'll probably have to figure out something else for the duffel bags down here as well. I don't really think they belong on the shelves either. Other than that, I think I'll be pretty happy for now about the shelves. It will obviously help getting rid of the shoe boxes, so everything doesn't feel as cramped. Still so much to do around here when it comes to decoration and furniture, so stick around if you'd like to follow that process.